Conservative new media viewers, NBA fans around the world, and Miami Heat fans around the world. What's going on? It's me, PFE, Paul F. Villarreal, the NBA expert. And today's story is that there's a report out that the Miami Heat, the two-time defending champions, have interest in free agent point guard Sebastian Telfair. Now, in the video description below the video player, we'll put the information so you can go and check out that report for yourself. And I wanted to talk a little bit about Telfair and how he might be able to fit in with the defending champions. In short, it's like this. Telfair is a guy who is a good ball handler and a good passer. And right now, the Miami Heat are carrying 2 point guards, Mario Chalmers, the starter, and Norris Cole, who comes off the bench. And in reading various columns and other pieces by Ira Winderman, who is the Miami Heat beat writer for the Florida Sun Sentinel, I believe, he would say repeatedly last year, I wish the Heat had a third point guard. I wish the Heat had a third point guard. And the reason for that wasn't that the Chalmers and Cole weren't any good, but you just wanted to have insurance if one of them got hurt. And I think that's what Sebastian Telfair would end up being. Telfair is not a particularly good shooter. But as I said, he can handle the ball. He can bring the ball up. And that allows you to kind of give some rest to Dwayne Wade and LeBron James or even Ray Allen in terms of ball handling duties. So I can see why the Heat would be interested in this move. It makes a lot of sense to me. Is it going to happen? I don't know. I'm not sure. Apparently, some other teams also had interest or have interest in Telfair as well. We have to see what's going to happen. I think Telfair, looking up his stuff, he made $1.5 million for his contracts in 2012, 2013. The veteran minimum contract for the 2013-2014 season is, I think it's going to be like $1.3 million. So that's pretty much in line with what Telfair made last year. And if you have an opportunity to play with the two-time defending champions, you're probably going to be willing to give up about $250,000 or so per year to be able to do that. I would imagine for many NBA players, they would take that deal. So I think it certainly can work out. All teams have the opportunity to offer minimum contracts, as many as they want, even if they're over the salary cap. I believe right now Miami is in the position where they can only offer minimums, but I do believe they have one or the mid-level exception left too, which is around $3.2 million per year. And as I've said in other videos, I think Miami could use one more big man. And my guess is that if they use that mid-level exception, they're going to use it on a big man. Somebody that can actually be in the rotation and that they're comfortable with, which, as I mentioned in the video about Greg Oden signing with the Heat, I'm not sure Joel Anthony can do that. Joel Anthony is an excellent defender, but you cannot rely on him to finish around the rim. The Heat don't need any more great players on their team, but they could use one more big man, I believe. And all he has to be able to do is have decent bulk so he can match up with players like Roy Hibbert, Joakim Noah, Brook Lopez, be able to rebound a little bit, and be able to play some defense again against the bigger men, and just be able to finish around the rim. You don't have to be able to do any great post moves or whatever, but be able to catch the ball and finish it around the rim. And the way that Chris Birdman Anderson is very good at doing, and how Bird was really able to help the Heat with that skill last year. Again, Joel Anthony is not good at that. He's not good at catching passes and finishing around the rim. He just really is not good at catching the ball, even though he is an excellent defender. There's been speculation that Joel Anthony could be on the move from the Heat because of the signing of Greg Oden. And that's possible. That's possible. If Miami feels they can get a better big man for Joel Anthony's spot, I do think that is a real possibility, regardless of whether it's Anthony's spot or they want to fill one of the two spots they have left. Right now, they have two spots remaining as the roster stands today. One of those spots is the former spot of Juwan Howard, who the Heat signed late last year, I believe. The other spot is for Jarvis Varnado, who is signed for the 2013 and 2014 season, but he's on a non-guaranteed contract, which I believe means that he can get rid of him, and that roster spot is essentially open. So, if they do sign Telfair, then they still have one spot open, even without moving Joel Anthony. But I wouldn't be surprised if they pick up another big man or if they traded Anthony. Neither one of those would surprise me. I think that could be, or those two moves, Telfair and one more solid big man, could be about it. I think if they're able to do that and they have solid health next year, that's questionable. When you look at guys like Greg Oden, you look at Dwayne Wade and how much he's been getting hurt recently, you can never count on that. You can't count on that. But if they do make those two moves, they get Telfair and get a big man, and they have decent health, I don't think anybody can beat them. I don't think anybody's going to be able to beat this team. But those are big ifs. They still have to do those things, and we'll see. I think Telfair would be an excellent addition for them. He is an insurance policy, and if you're going for a three-peat like the Miami Heat are, you want to make sure everything is in place. You don't want to leave anything to chance at all. So I definitely could see them signing Telfair. And if that happens or if it doesn't happen, I still think they're going to try to find one more big man, whether it's, again, free agent or whether it could be something involving a trade. So that's the news right now. Look, it's if you're a Heat fan, you got to be feeling good. You got to be feeling really good. This could end up being the best roster of the last 4 years, basically, from 2010 and 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14. If they're able to do a couple more little moves here, this could end up being the best roster of any of the 4 years of the Big Three. And look, this team's confident. They know they can win. Their confidence is at an all-time high. However, they're going to be facing better competition next year, particularly in the East. And probably also in the West, too. Certainly in the East. Bulls are better. Derrick Rose is coming back. Pacers are better. Paul George has another year to develop. Luis Scola joins the team. Danny Granger, I think, will be coming back. Brooklyn, obviously, is much better with the acquisitions that they got. Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce. That's going to be stiff competition. Miami cannot afford to stay at the same level and expect that they're going back to the finals. They're going to have to improve, and I think they're setting themselves up to be able to do that, particularly if Greg Oden can remain healthy and if they can make another move or two. In terms of the West, obviously Houston's a lot better. Spurs are still there. I like what the Clippers have done. The Clippers need one more big man. If they can get one more big man, then I think they're a very serious title contender. And, of course, the Oklahoma City Thunder are still there, etc. So I like where Miami is at. I like the way they're thinking. They're being very aggressive. They are trying to fill every last roster spot with somebody who can actually play, somebody that might actually contribute to this team in the next year, or somebody who's going to really be able to fill in if a guy gets hurt. And that's the way the best teams do it. That's the way that serious title contenders do it. And certainly, in my opinion, Sebastian Telfair could help with that. Again, he's somebody, I would imagine that he'd play, 10, 15 minutes a game, something like that. Not very much. Again, he's not a great shooter. He's not a spot-up guy, but Miami doesn't need that. They already have that. But he's somebody who, when one of your first guys or one of your top two guys or whatever is a little bit off, or they're not playing well, they have some foul trouble, they get an injury, you can put in Sebastian Telfair, and he'll come in, bring the ball up, save energy for the other ball handlers, initiate the offense if necessary, if LeBron's taking a break or saving energy. And it definitely could help Miami out a good deal. Okay, that's it for now. Thumbs up, thumbs down on this video. Your comments below. What do you think, Heat fans? Do you want the team to sign Sebastian Telfair? Do you think they need another big man the way that I think that they do? I know a number of Heat fans said in the Odin video, yeah, they need another big man. So I still think that they need to do that. And if they do that, then they're going to be in tremendous shape to win their third championship in a row. Also, we encourage you to come and join the Conservative New Media Facebook group. You will find information for that group in the video description below the video player. We have over 2,500 members in that group and growing all the time. Once again, I am PFV Paul F. Villarreal, the NBA expert. Thanks a lot for watching Conservative New Media. Take care of yourself, and we will talk to you soon.